What's going on, everybody? So, last week I said I was going to tell you guys, a very awkward story that happened to me recently. So, that's what I'm going to do right now. I found some random, YouTube videos that I'm just going to play as I'm telling this story. So, that's what we're doing. Boom. Let's go. So, a couple weeks ago, I met this girl at my school and, she was looking good. I started talking to her. About 20 minutes into talking, I ended up, asking her out. So, and she was, she said yes. Well, actually, at first she said, "Huh, yeah, let's do it." And I was like, "Okay, all right, a win is a win." So, so yes, she said yes. So Friday night, here we come. It's about 7 o'clock. I go, being a gentleman, I pick her up. She comes out of her place. She is looking good, and I mean good, like not just, oh yeah, she was looking good. No, when you have to sing that word good, she was looking good, man. Let me tell you, I wish I could show you guys a picture, but I can't right now. So anyway, so she gets in the car, we're heading off to this nice restaurant. It's by the beach and everything. So we're driving, and one of the first things she asked me, because, we're still trying to get to know each other and everything. And usually you ask a person, "Oh, so where are you from originally? What do you like to do for fun?" and blah, blah, blah. But she asked me, "So, Matt, what are you?" And I was like, "I'm a human being. What do you think?" No, I'm just kidding. Kidding. I know she meant, what ethnicity am I? But I had to laugh as soon as she asked that because, I mean, it doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out what I am. You guys have seen me. You know what I look like. Take a wild guess. I'm a little bit Irish. I got a little German. No, girl, I'm black. Come on. I know I'm a little whitewashed, but it's okay. At the end of the day, I'm black. But I don't know. It's just kind of funny because, I mean, she seemed so, like, sincere. Like, she was like, she legitimately did not know what I was. I mean, she had to know what I was, but I guess she figured I was mixed or something. So I played the game. I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure, yeah, I got a little Indian in me." She's like, "You're Indian? Oh, that's so cool." I was like, "Girl, you're lucky. You're lucky you look good. Because right now your brain's not doing it for me." So, but anyway, I ended up asking her, what she was. She was like, she's mostly Latina, Hispanic. She's mostly Hispanic, but she was mixed with some other things, and it turned out it worked. That mix worked. Whatever it is, it worked. So anyway, we get to the restaurant, sit down. I'm cracking jokes and trying to be funny, and she was laughing. I'm sure she was genuinely laughing because she did the I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but when you make a girl laugh, they reach out and they grab your arm while they're laughing. They're like, and then they grab your arm, so you kind of know that, oh yeah, that's a genuine laugh from them. So that's what was happening. Boom. After that, I'm gonna make a long story short. We walked on the beach, ended up taking her home, back to her place, and being a gentleman, I walk her to the door. I played it safe, gave her the kiss on the cheek goodnight, and I just asked, "So, I have fun. Can we do this again?" She's like, "Yeah, call me." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I will call you." At least I was going to call you until this happened. Here's where it gets awkward. I know you're like, "Oh, whoa, but Matt, the date's over. How's it get awkward?" I'm going to tell you. She goes inside. I walk back to my car, and it's still early. It was like 11. That's early for me. On a Friday night. So I call one of my friends. I'm like, "Hey, dude, let's go to so and so's place. He's having a kickback, and let's chill." So he's like, "Yeah, let's do it." So he gets in my car. I picked him up. He gets in my car. We go down to so and so. My other friend's place. We get out the car. He starts walking. He's like in a rush. He runs up to the house. I'm like, "Wait, whoa, dude!" And I just noticed he soon as he ran under this big street light, I noticed there was a big stain coming from his butt. There was a big stain, on the back of his cargo shorts. He had like these white cargo shorts on, and that was a big stain. So I was like, dude, you got a big stain on, on the back of your shorts. He's like, what? Where? I can't see it, Matt. So he literally, we're like in the middle of the street. He takes his shorts off in the middle of the street, and he's wearing like, he takes them off so he could see. He holds his shorts in front of him so he could see the stain. He is wearing whitey tighties. I'm like, okay, dude, this is gross right now. Put your shorts back on. And he's like, dude, look to see if, the stain's coming from my underwear. I was like, no, dude, why are you wearing whitey tighties anyway? And he's like, well, dude, I can't rock freestyle, man. I got to know where my junk is all day, 24/7. You know what I mean? I was like, I know what you mean, but I don't want to know what you mean. So anyway, I looked at the back of his underwear, no stain. I was like, okay, well, how's this happening? He's like, dude, I must have sat in something. Let's look in your car. So we looked in the car. There's like a stain on my seats. And I was like, dude, what is that? And then we looked at it and we're like, okay, dude, this is nasty. It's blood. This is blood on my seat right now. And then he looks at me. He's like, dude, who sat in your car before I did? I was like, dude, you're crazy. I just told you I came from a date. The girl, she was sitting in my seat, but oh no, she didn't. No, she did not just bleed on my seats. Oh no. Yes, everybody, she bled on my seats, y'all. So that was kind of awkward. It was very awkward, actually. What do you do? Would you guys call that girl? Sorry. If you guys, younger viewers, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like she bled on my seat. She did not cut herself and bleed on my seat. She bled out of her, So if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask an older person. Ask an older person. But anyway, what would you guys do? Comment below. Let me know. Would you call her back? Keep in mind, she is about an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good. Would you call her back, or would you be like, oh, forget that girl, she bled on my seats? What would you guys do? Anyway, that's my story. And yes, true story, it really happened. It's funny looking back on it because who has that happened to? Like, really? Like, how often? What are the chances, really? So, anyway, boom. Hope you guys enjoyed that story. Oh, yeah. I also said last week that I was going to give my opinion about some guy-girl relationship issues. My story did go a little long, so I'm just going to give something real quick. This is more, that's what she said. Give something real quick. Boom. This is more for, directed, for the girls. If you're, if you're a girl and, there's a guy that you're trying to get to notice you, or trying to get, that you want to get with, either short term or long term, here's just one thing that you have to remember, especially when you're dealing with shyer guys. You got to remember, guys, you may have actually heard this analogy before, but I'm going to say it. Guys, we are like sports cars. The engine, you gotta learn, you gotta know how to drive stick, figuratively speaking, of course. But I know you're like, okay, that's cool, but how does that translate to actual relationship, guy-girl relationship stuff? It's just about putting yourself out there. You have to make moves too. It can't be the guy. I know it's usually, the guy has to make the move and everything, but you know what, girl, if you want it, you need to get it too. You need to make some moves. You need to put yourself out there and not be worried about being called a slut or something like that. It's just a word. Slut. Kidding. But seriously, you do have to put yourself out there. You have to make moves too. Let the guy know that it's okay for him to make a move. Because some guys, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to make a move, because she might be like, oh, he's weird. Why is he making a move on me? So, you got to give guys all the right signals, all the right signs. And sometimes, you can't give subtle signs. Subtle signs are not enough. You got to be obvious about it. Draw a map, draw a picture. I know they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Make that horse drink. Yeah. Anyway, that's my little opinion, piece of advice. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Hope you guys got something from my little guy-girl relationship advice. New videos every Wednesday. You guys already know. So, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.